Perfect. And with that, I am showing it's time. So as always, give yourself a couple of minutes here in the beginning. If you need to move a little bit, you can move, especially if you felt like you just came rushing in from, whatever it may be. Oh, and maybe you need to take a moment just for some slow, easy, twisty neck rolling, maybe. But inviting in some stillness. Maybe it can be seated, it can be child's pose, it can be laying on your back, sitting in a chair. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels best to you. I do like to close my eyes because it just allows me to turn a little bit more inward and not be so easily distracted with visual things that maybe catch my eye. But you can also gaze down or gaze at an object. Maybe invite in a deep inhale so that you really kind of feel the expansion through your torso. And then try to softly exhale it, maybe even as if you're blowing out a candle. It's a very calming breath. Blow out. Just repeat that 2 or 3 times. Noticing the body taking a little bit of release just by tuning into the breath. You can allow your breath to return to more normal, just easy breathing. Taking a moment to check in physically. How are you feeling physically? Giving yourself a little bit of love, a little bit of compassion and understanding if you're maybe feeling not your best today. Give yourself a little bit of congratulations because you showed up to yin, right? And sometimes when we don't feel our best, we don't really want to do anything. But if we do show up to yin, right, we usually feel so much better afterwards. So congratulate yourself doing something good for you. Maybe you were really busy and you thought, oh, maybe don't really have time for yin tonight, but you decided to come. I promise you, it makes its worth in itself. We really aren't very productive if we're feeling stressed and anxious anyway. So give yourself permission here to let go of any negative self-talk. That talk that's maybe saying, man, I should be doing such and such right now. Or wow, I have so much to do. Give yourself permission to let go of that. Instead, say, wow, I'm doing something awesome for me. It's going to make me healthier. It's going to make me more productive. It's going to help me sleep better, which will make me more productive. We'll bring the palms of our hands together, lift our thumbs to our heart, and take a moment here and give yourself some positive affirmations. Even if it's just simply saying, good job to yourself. And even if you're not sure why you're saying good job, I promise you, you did a good job at something and you deserve to say that to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently bow your chin down towards your chest, pause, fluttering your eyes open, taking a moment just to adjust to the light. And when you're ready, release your hands. Maybe bring your gaze up. So welcome everyone that is joining us. We are going to start by bringing our right leg. You have a couple of different options. Maybe you bring your right leg in front. Maybe you stack your right leg a little bit on your ankle. Some of you might be able to bring the right leg all the way up onto that inner thigh. Remember, you can always bring a pillow to support under that left knee if you need a little bit of support there. We're going to do a few different positions in this general position. So why don't you kind of wiggle your way into what feels best, full fire log or partial. Just gently reach your hands in front of you. Again, maybe a pillow here. Maybe you can even come down onto forearms if that feels good. And then just let your head soften a bit, your back round slightly. Forward folds activate our vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is this big busy nerve in our body that really connects all of our vital organs to our brain, sending messages. We always think of messages coming from the brain to the body, but the body sends a lot of messages from the body to the brain. And when we come into these forward fold positions, the body says, I must be safe, not on high alert. The vagus nerve sends those signals that activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest, the digest. Your prefrontal cortex, the kind of smart part of our brain, the logical part of our brain, the part of our brain that we often say, doesn't develop until later in life. Teenagers don't always have it, right? When our parasympathetic nervous system is active, that part of our brain is able to logically start to talk back to the negative, stressful things that maybe come from our amygdala. So there you go. There's your science lesson for tonight. To allow yourself to just relax. I get super fascinated about that kind of stuff. The way the brain works. It's amazing. The way the body works. Our body holds so much power within it. And when we understand it, we can utilize it better. Maybe gently take your chin, tuck it a little bit closer to your chest. Just inviting a little more stretch through the back of the neck for a couple of breaths. And then on our inhale, we'll gently work our way up. From here, your legs can stay where they are, or again, it could be in front, or maybe you want to change it to front, whatever feels best to you. Maybe take a couple of little wiggles. And then we'll take our right hand and place it right onto our inner thigh and just start to lean to the left. You can gently rest down on your left fingertips, or again, maybe the pillow. So now we get a little stretching. Starting through the lower part of the oblique. If it's too much at any point, right leg on top of the left, remember you can always place the right leg in front of the left. And then we'll inhale, right arm will come up and reach over. You're gonna take your chin and just slightly tuck it towards your chest. That will prevent you from really cranking your neck back or bringing it into uncomfortable positions. And you're gazing just out in front of you. Relax into the stretch a little. And then on our inhale, we'll slowly come up. I'm going to give you a couple of options here. One is to take the right hand to the outside of the left quad, set nice and tall, and twist from here. Now, if you'd like to try a little bit deeper twist, we'll take our elbow to the outside of the foot, or maybe even the thigh, right? The thigh's a little too much for me. I'm going to bring it to my foot. And remember, I could slide my foot down a little so I don't have to twist so much. As I bring the elbow onto the foot, lengthen through the spine. So think about pulling the crown of the head forward. Use your left hand for a little bit of stability. Pull forward one more time and think about twisting from the belly and the sternum and then gently looking over your left shoulder. What we don't want to do in this position is pull the belly in and round the back and then try to twist, because that's taking our spine, it's compressing it, it's bringing it into this strange position and then trying to twist it. So we either want tall spine here twisting, or if we're leaning forward, it is a deeper twist, but we want to make sure the spine is long. Pull the crown of the head forward, then gently twist just a little bit. See how that feels, and then maybe a tiny bit more. Not overdoing. Try to release through the hips. If you look a little bit out in front of you, that'll help you keep your spine straight, or long rather. And then we'll release, untwist. And then just a couple of times. Woo! Let everything move back in and around. And then we'll take all that through the other side. Right, so we'll find our fire log position. So remember, left leg could be on the floor. We kind of ankle to ankle, foot to calf, maybe all the way in, maybe a pillow for support here or in front of me or both. Go around. Maybe this is enough. Maybe I lean forward a little bit. Maybe I lean forward a lot. Whatever feels right to you. I don't know if you can hear it. It's thundering here. We have rumblings going on in the background. I like a good thunderstorm. I don't like it when I'm trying to fall asleep, but just the nature of it. Everything with the world, everything is just so much bigger. So much more than just something that I need to worry about. When I realize that, it can help me just kind of let go. There is a bigger purpose. I play a piece. We all play a role in that purpose. We're not the center of it. And that's okay. That's good. Maybe we don't have to be the center. We all play a part that only we can play, which makes each and every one of us special, because no one else can do your role. Somebody might be able to, cover a job for you or something, right? But they'll never be you. We'll work our way up. Gently press into the left thigh. Lean to the right. Start here. Right kind of gazing out in front of you. That'll kind of help keep our neck in neutral. Not looking up, not looking down, not looking at the belly. Just gazing out in front. And then inhale, gently come up. Take your time. And then again, we have kind of those options for twisting. So I can sit tall, kind of hand to foot or hand to quad, lengthen tall. Think about twisting from the belly, the navel, the sternum, right, the chin, or making that connection, which is going to take this a little bit deeper, bringing the elbow down, not twisting right away. Lengthen crown of the head forward, lengthen the spine. Then twist from belly. And then as I start to twist from the sternum, I'm lengthening a little bit more. As I make that twist. And then elbow can stay up, it can come down. Whatever works for you. And notice how it may feel differently. I feel completely different on this side than I did on the other side. The other side, I felt it really in my back. This side, I'm feeling it really in my left hip. So I just kind of let you know our bodies are different, tighter in different areas. You might find you have to do the stretch differently on one side than the other. And then we'll gently start to come up. Maybe stretch the legs out long. Maybe let the knees just kind of wobble side to side at the upper body. Just some light twisting, some neck rolling. And then we'll lengthen the legs long, and come into our forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Again, you can grab your feet or your toes, or nothing. You could have some pillows in your lap. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your body relax. Try to invite your awareness right here, right now. It can be hard. The mind does wander. Sometimes that's okay. You just invite it back. Conversation with yourself. What am I feeling? What am I here, right now? What does my breath feel like? Help yourself stay engaged in the moment. Be noticing a little bit when your thoughts do wander. Just kind of making a little mental note of where do my thoughts wander to? What kind of thoughts do I have? We start to become aware of them. We can start to examine them. Sometimes we have these kind of negative thoughts that really aren't true. If we just let them occur without putting them in check, right? We might start to believe them. And then from here, we'll gently make our way up. It's now quite the rainstorm outside. So again, I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. But I invite you to begin to make your way into an even more comfortable position. So for you, that might be laying on your back, might be crawling up into your bed, it might be sitting in your favorite, most comfortable chair. Invite yourself to find a physically comfortable spot. Just take a moment to settle into it. Start with a little 3-part breathing. So I invite you in whatever position you're in to take one or both hands, just lay it across your navel. And as you breathe, notice the air come in through your nose and just direct it to your hand. So that you feel the rise and fall of the abdomen. And allow your attention to just stay there, to hold on there, to be there. And again, if it wanders away, you just come back when you notice. No big deal. By placing the physical touch of your hand, you can hold your attention. Breathing in and breathing out. I invite you to maybe even bring both hands if you weren't already using both. And let them rest kind of mid to base of your rib cage. Just notice the breath there for a moment. Don't worry about what's happening in the abdomen. We'll come back to that in a second. The expansion of the rib cage. In and out. Leaving one hand on your rib cage, allow another hand to slide back down to your navel. And feel the air come into the navel and then rise up through the rib cage. And release. In through the navel and rise up through the rib cage. And release. Allowing one hand to stay on the navel, slide the other hand up to your heart or mid, heart range, but maybe center of your chest, whatever feels best to you. And breathe into the hand on the navel. And let that continue to rise up with the heart space. Exhale, let it go. Breathing in and breathing out. Just allowing your awareness to be right there in your entire torso. As you notice the breath expand through the front of the body, begin to notice it also expand through the back of the body. And through the sides of the body. Inflating and releasing. Allow your arms, your hands to release from their current position. Allow them to just go where they naturally, they fall to your sides. Both hands maybe go to the navel, or to your hands. Just pause for a minute with the softness of the breath. Bringing your awareness into the soles, the bottom of your feet. You feel the bottom of your right foot. Maybe the left. Maybe the bottoms of both feet. Bringing your awareness into your hands. Notice the palm of your right hand. And your left. Palm of your left hand. Palms of both hands. Maybe they're open, maybe the air is touching them, maybe they're down. Notice the back of your body. Maybe all the back of the body is in contact with the floor. Maybe it's in contact with the chair. Maybe part of your body is in contact with something and part of the back of your body isn't. Just notice it. And then the front of your body. Notice the front of your body. Finally bring your awareness to the space we refer to as the third eye. In between and just above the eyebrows. Then invite your awareness in. Place of knowledge, intuition, sixth sense. Take a moment and just listen to your own being. Listen to your intuition. back to the breath. The inhale, the exhale. Back to the palms of the hands. Gently allow movement into your fingers. Keep that gentle movement in your fingers as you bring the awareness into the soles of the feet. A gentle movement through the toes. I'll leave you here, so you have the option to stay in a little bit more of a still, relaxed state. If you are ready to go on to something else, just again to add a little bit more movement to your body. And just take your time. The love and light in me honors the love and light in each of you. Om Shanti. Peace.